Hello and welcome back. Today is day 9. I'm so excited because this is the almost the end of our journey together in this way, and everyone who has been with us live or listening or re-listening, you've really moved your energy, and I'm really very proud of you. You've been doing the steps each day, and even if you're not quite caught up, this is not about scolding you in any way. You're showing up and you're doing it. And sometimes you need to take a break and just be aware that the break is a break and not permission to stop for like a week and then come back to it, okay? So yesterday we talked about connecting to angels is easier than you believe, and I really believe that. And this morning I was thinking back to when I first got started, and it came easily to me because I didn't know that it was supposed to be hard. I didn't know all of these other rules that people have been told and fed for so many years. So I just started doing it, and this is one of the reasons why I want to teach it so much to other people, is because it is easy and it doesn't have to be difficult. It's also about getting the negative energy on the surfaces cleared out as much as possible. The cool part is you don't have to be 100% clear all the time in order to get the connection. And as you strengthen and clear your connection more and more each day, or you keep it the same for a while and then go up a little bit here and there, it actually gets easier to recognize, to understand, and then to connect more often, more consistently, and for longer periods of time. Do either of you want to share a little bit of something? Did you feel anything different? Did you connect any different? Or are y'all still working on the action steps from yesterday? Either one of you want to share something? No? Shelly. Okay, go ahead, Shelly. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Okay, go for it.
I'm still working on it. So I do the meditation and listen to the distance. I love doing that. I was doing that a bit with my daughter last night, but I do want to try the other one.
Well, work with, I forgot to say, work with one for a little bit and then do the other one, okay? That'll make it easier so that you'll know, well, you'll know more of which one is working, but if you focus in one area, you're actually raising your vibration and you're expanding your own intuitive gifts in all the other areas. So it's not like you get one and the other stay behind and never get caught up. So if, for example, hearing, let's just say hearing, although I get a sense that you're highly sensitive to energy. So while you're working on hearing, you're actually going to be increasing the level or the vibration of your being able to sense energy. But now you have some tools to help protect you and to keep you clear and to keep that from getting you too muddled or overwhelmed. So this is your sensitivity level energetically, an empath, okay? And then let's say the hearing, that's what you're practicing on. So see how that works? Okay? So you're practicing your hearing, but it still moves everything else up because you're raising your vibration to listen. You'll be raising your vibration to see. And, okay, yes, you're clairsentient, which means you are highly sensitive to energy, but I'm also picking up that vision or clear seeing, clairvoyance may very well be your second or your second most powerful. So your primary is sensing energy, clairsentience. Your second would be clairvoyance. And then the hearing would come in third, but that's not bad. It's just you raise everything all. You can't raise one area and it not affect the other. So that's how it works. At least that's what they tell me. So I go with what they tell me. Mine, of course, is the energy, is the primary. And then seeing and hearing is a very close second, but they're tied. Claircognizance, I guess we're getting into this today. Claircognizance is that sense of knowing, and that one, that's more used for confirmation and validation that what you're sensing is right. The claircognizance, usually it resonates, or you can feel that collection of energy in your solar plexus or your heart chakra. Not usually does it alternate. Mine does, so it could for you. I'm not saying it doesn't for everyone else. Most people either have that gut feeling or the gut hunch, or they sense it in their heart chakra. And that's just that you just know it. You just know something is not right, or something is like, this is spot on. I need to do this. I'll figure out how later, but I need to do this, and I need to start doing it now. So that sense, it is a way to discern guidance, and it's a way to discern someone else's energy. Be careful that you don't prejudge things or pre-decide things for people, because that's the energy that you're sensing right in this moment. Which brings us to today's topic, crystals. Using crystals to help you raise your vibration. I know Tina has lots of crystals. Do you have crystals as well, Shelley? Okay. One of the most important things to help your crystals stay fabulous and high energy is to clear them, is to recharge them. And some people like to do it in the full moon or the new moon. Perfectly okay. I prefer the sun because it's more readily available, like anytime I need it. So you can do actually both, because the full moon absolutely does charge crystals. It fills them up, and you could have it so where the windows, the shades or something maybe are angled so that the moonlight, even if the moon's not directly over, the energy from the full moon that's being radiated and projected out comes into your home. And that's okay. So other ways that you can use crystals are to hold them in your hand. Yeah, I got some, just a second. Okay. So this is one of my pieces of my personal collection. And this happens to be a Lemurian seed crystal. You can see where you could access the Akashic records here. You can see those, yeah, the markings. Those are not handmade or man-made. And this one actually has markings on this side, not so much. This one is the biggest one. And then this side as well. You can see those. You can still see that they're pretty clear. And anyway, so the point, I like to have it where the base, the flat part of the crystal, is facing outward from me, and the point is facing in towards my wrist, because then it directs the energy through me, into me and through me. Okay, so let's set the intention that, I know Tina does energy work with people sometimes, mostly on herself, but sometimes with others. Do you also do energy? Okay, so this is very important. Gosh, I don't know how many years ago. I think it was 1988 or 89, you know, just a couple days ago. I started reading a book, and I don't remember which one it was at this time. It might have been Katrina Raphael's. I mean, these are some of the very, very early books about crystals. And in it, it talked about channeling energy. And I thought, cool, I can do that. Because, see, nobody ever told me I couldn't, or that it was supposed to be hard. So I just decided I'd do these things. And one of the intentions I set, and this was intuitively before I even got into energy anywhere close to what we're doing today, is that I decided that the energy would go through me. So it never stays. So I don't have to clean anybody else's stuff out. Yes, cutting cords and whatnot. I guess we're getting off topic a little bit, but this is where we're going. So here we are, like usual, right? But this does speak to the energy. So you can set the intention that I am a clear, how do they, the original prayer is, what is the first line, guys? Oh, shoot. Okay, I'll remember the last two lines because that's what I use all the time. I am a clear and perfect channel. Light is my guide. But I set the intention that the energy flows through me. So even when I'm channeling in Reiki or angelic light weaving or whatever it is, or crystal energy when I'm doing work on someone or even for myself, the energy goes through. It doesn't stay. So I'm not picking up any of their stuff. So even when I sense someone's headache or some scarring or emotional pain in their heart chakra, it's just a way to let me know how to help them more. And as soon as the energy is dissipated, then that pain in my body leaves because it's not mine. It's just giving me a marker, if you will. That's what they're saying. It's a marker. It's just a way to know that. But the crystals you can hold in your hand, you can put by your bedside, you can meditate with them. There are different crystals for different things. We talked a little bit the other day about crystals for protection from negative energy. We talked about kyanite, selenite, black tourmaline, and clear quartz. Clear quartz is amazing because you can use it as an amplifier, magnifier, or intensifier for any other or all crystals. So you can have something that is shaped like this, is not necessarily a Lemurian seed crystal. It would be just totally clear or smooth on all sides, and it's called a generator. So, and you can have not just clear quartz, but that's what we're talking about at the moment. So anything that's man-made shaped or human formed, like this, it's a little bit fatter at the bottom. You can have taller ones, but it's about this shape. They're called generators, and they magnify their own vibration as well as raise a vibration in your environment, whether it's work, home, your sacred space, or other crystals. Amethyst, you can have literally anything can be a generator. It's more the shape and its intention. So, but for clear quartz, this would, not only is it a Lemurian seed crystal, which helps you connect to your Akashic records and, yes, the record keeper angels and Archangel Metatron, it will also intensify the energy of all the other crystals that it's around. So it's here in my office, and it just helps to keep everything at a high vibration. This is one way that you can help yourself to connect to angels more clearly. Depending upon the crystal, it will get you to someplace a little bit quicker. Like Angel Aura, Imperial Gold, Aqua Aura, and Tanzan Aura are treated with different metals and whatnot. So be careful when you're looking at those to see if it still has a vibration or some life in it. I get mine from a particular place, Heaven and Earth Angels, and I think, pretty sure that you can find them online, but it's a store in Vermont, okay? And they're fairly pricey, but they're the only place that I buy those particular crystals. Hey, Jill, welcome, beautiful, because they still have life in them. So however it is they're treating their crystals, they're still powerful and they're still clear on the inside. They're not dead. So those, like Angel Aura, will protect you also from negative energy. It helps to bring in, I don't have it with me, bring in the angel energy more clearly. The Aqua Aura is for your throat chakra, so you can connect with Archangel Gabriel and Jeduthan, who is the angel. They call him the master of howling because it's for singers, but it's also for expressing yourself with your vocal cords, for verbally. Angelite, some blue stones, Angelite will help you connect with angels. They all will. It's just different areas depending upon what vibration you want to work with. Like yes, but Achiel would work with the green or greenish stones like malachite or green tourmaline, green calcite, aventurine, and some others. Okay, these would be primarily for prosperity and abundance. True. Malachite is the health, wealth, and abundance stone. Chrysocolla is called the peace stone. It's brilliant, beautiful blues, and it has some different colors. There's even some iron ore running through some of them, and mostly you get those, or you would find those as tumbled stones. The chrysocolla, even the malachite. I like malachite. I have two pieces. One is totally natural, and then one is polished on one side, and then the underside is still very natural. And I love it because when it's polished, but not such a high polish that it deadens the energy of it. And I saw a lot of malachite from the Congo at the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show this past January, and none of them had enough energy left after this polishing. They were so glossy, it was like they were slick, and there was little to no energy left. Okay, so there's that. Oh, that is a good one. Okay, so this one, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's galena, and it's kind of like a pewter-ish color. It's really very heavy. This little teeny tiny piece, I don't know how much it weighs, but it's very heavy, and you can tell. Let's see, what size is it? It's about 1 inch by 1 inch, and it's heavy. So a lot of other stones that are this size are lighter in weight. Galena will help, thank you, neutralize whatever it is, whatever kind of energies or rays that the computer emits from the internet or whatever it is. And I have 2 pieces of galena right here by my computer all the time, and that will help protect you from those rays. Oh, here's a piece of, this is a small piece of aqua aura. This is for the throat chakra. It's the higher range or the higher vibration. You can also use lapis and turquoise, sodalite, blue calcite, blue agate. The different crystals have different vibrations, and some are lower and some are higher. It also depends on what you're drawn to the most. So there's nothing that's going to, things work better than others. And it's also about what works best with you and for you. Now, if you get a little teeny tiny piece and you expect it to move mountains, probably not so much. It's going to work really, really hard. This is a piece of chrysocolla. Look at how beautiful that is. And this is tumbled. I don't know that I've ever seen any raw. Maybe I have, I don't know. Oh, that's right. Here's a piece of azurite chrysocolla. And this is the raw. Okay, I don't know if that's, there we go, that's better. The malachite is the blue. I'm sorry, malachite is the greenish, and then the chrysocolla is the blue. And this is naturally forming. This is very, very, very good for communication. You can use these different stones to help you not only connect with the angels, but for your readings and your healings and writing papers or books. Let's see, yes. Archangel Gabriel will help you with communication, of course, clearing your throat chakra, but also help you to write books, blog posts, articles, handouts for classes if you're going to be teaching them, help you with a test if somebody's taking a test. You can call him in with or without crystals. Now, some of the pink ones are rose quartz, kunzite, pink tourmaline, rhodochrosite, cherry quartz. I don't know if there's pink calcite or not. I don't know why that's coming to mind, but there's lots of different stones for different things. And you can use a collection of each one of these or pieces to enhance your vibration and your environment. Any questions so far, ladies? Oh, we got something in the chat box here. EMF rays. Thank you, Jill. Or Shelly. Thank you. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Thank you. EMF rays. Yes. See, I know stuff intuitively if I don't know what the human word is. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Any questions about crystals or how they help you connect? Yep. Go for it, Tina.
No, I'm good.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
One of the things I could share is that I'm making orgonite, which is it can be made several different ways. Some people are using cement because fiberglass is is a little bit more toxic, but most all orgonite is made with fiberglass, and I just made a little over 80 pieces that I was gifting on the way down to LA and placed around my home property, in my home, and on my business. And essentially what that does is it converts the EMF energy from the electricity coming into your home, the Wi-Fi's, all of your television, computers, cell phones, and takes that energy and makes it beneficial energy. And
Excellent.
so essentially it's simply used as aluminum as the main, but you enhance the effect by using clear quartz crystals, and then you can add other crystals to bring in other energetic benefits like tourmaline, hematite, rose quartz, amethyst, those types of things, and you're bringing in those qualities that are enhanced even more so in the orgonite material, and it benefits the room and the environment. I've put it on my cell phone, and I got to tell you, I know when I used to hold my cell phone, my hand would buzz. I don't know if anybody's ever felt that before, where your hand starts overheating from holding it while it's actually actively being used, whether you're on Facebook or, looking on the internet. And when you place it on the back of the phone, it immediately corrects that. So
Nice.
you're not getting it, that energy into your body, that radioactive energy that is causing brain damage and visual damage. And so
Cancel, 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 cancel. I hear it, but I'm just saying, for me, I'm canceling those effects. That's all I'm saying. Thank you so much for sharing that. We have some others that we're going to be sharing with you, or some other ideas here. Yeah. So for grounding, you can use hematite. You can use black tourmaline as well, carnelian, citrine, red jasper, red agate, some other orange, thank you, tangerine. You can also use citrine and tangerine and imperial gold for manifesting. So you can work with your solar plexus, and the angel that you can call in for that is Archangel Uriel, Uriel, Archangel for manifestation. You don't have to know the angels' names. We humans like to be able to label and identify, so you can, say, okay, manifesting angels, or unconditional love angels, or how about forgiveness angels, okay, or life purpose angels. You can just call them in that way. I've got techie angels and all kinds of angels that help me. I say, okay guys, need help with this. And then we go. And if I'm aware of it, I call on the techie angels, because there's so much technology that you need to have in order to be able to do this kind of thing. And when I'm learning something new, it's like, okay, I get to switch from the right brain to the left brain, and it is a physical shift for me, mentally, physically in some ways, emotionally and energetically, because it's a whole different vibration. And sometimes it'll take me a half hour to do the switch. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days. I have to kind of work up to it, I have to do this and that. So let's see, what else, guys? There are, true, okay, the crown. So the Eolite, Iolite, Eolite has some purple energies in it. You can also use amethyst, of course. Sugilite, which is quite expensive on the list, but it's very incredibly high vibration. Make sure if you're going to get some Sugilite that it's actually real, meaning people have been manufacturing Sugilite, and it's very light. It's almost as light as a feather. There's no volume to it. And I know that because a couple years ago I went to a rock shop here on far east El Paso, and I asked if they had any Sugilite, and they said, oh yes, this is good for spiritual, spiritual. And I held it in my hand and I'm like, no, it wasn't real. And so I didn't purchase any, and it is really expensive. And it's red violet and purple. It's a reddish purple and then a bluish purple, and it's all mixed in together. And sometimes there's a little bit of white veining. So if you're finding pieces, you need to feel it in your hand and put it in that's a good thing. So you can put it in your left hand, because that's the hand that the energy is coming through. So if there's nothing coming through or you're not sensing anything, then it's either not the one for you or it's not real, as in natural. And some people don't want anything that's polished, and yet, that's kind of a personal choice. I have a mixture of totally natural, unpolished, semi-polished, and then polished. Okay, so the angels wanted me to share with you, okay, we're going to pull this one out and show this one to you, and then I'll show you the whole thing. This is a piece of red aura amethyst. It's naturally occurring. It is iron ore. These pieces are from Brazil, and the red iron oxide is actually naturally attached to amethyst. And so it's red aura amethyst. And what these pieces do is to help you balance both realms at the same time. So you can be opening and working with your crown chakra and being grounded at the same time. It's absolutely amazing. So I've just pulled that piece out from the middle of this, but this is my wealth bowl. And I created this, I don't know, anyway, 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, so here it is. It's, this just happens to be a crystal bowl that I wasn't using. It was a gift, and it's pretty, but you can get any glass bowl. I would not use plastic. Plastic still absorbs, and that's true. It kind of like it allows energy to leak out, to leach out, okay? So we do this, and I don't know if you can tell. Well, you can't. You won't be able to see it from the bottom. In the very, very bottom, I folded up a dollar bill, and I put it at the bottom. And then I just filled it with amethyst and clear quartz, imperial gold. Well, here's a real tiny piece. Can you see how pretty that is, the imperial gold? This is a high vibration for manifesting with your solar plexus. Tangerine quartz, which is naturally occurring. It's really kind of cool. There's chrysocolla, there's malachite chrysocolla, a piece of Himalayan ice quartz, which is, I don't know if you can see that, not real easy to see there. And then, of course, all kinds of clear quartz. There's even kyanite. Here's a small piece of kyanite. So we have kyanite and selenite. That's to help absorb the negative energy or to keep this clear and crisp. And every time I find a coin on the floor or on the street, not only do I say thank you, but I come home and I put it in my wealth bowl. We've got pennies and dimes and nickels and quarters, and I don't even know how much money's in here. I just keep adding it because it's something that's been found. So I'm just say thank you, and I put it in this wealth bowl, and it's here in my office. And every time I see it and add to it, it's like I'm adding to not only my spiritual escrow account, but I'm also adding to the energy and the vibration of allowing it in so that I can do even more of what I'm doing. That makes sense. Okay. So let's see. Any questions? I'll just put that back on the top. I won't even dig through it. But I've been adding coins to this. I added one just yesterday, actually, because I found one the day before. I put it in the pants pocket of my jeans. And then I remembered it when I saw it clanging around at the bottom of the washer as I pulled it out and put it in the wealth bowl. You can create this for yourself. You don't have to have a lot of crystals. I just happen to have some pieces laying around, you know, some smaller pieces, and just go from there. I would put in some negative energy protectors or absorbers like black tourmaline if you have it, kyanite slivers or selenite slivers, some small pieces, or a bigger piece if you have it. The clear quartz is also a good protection for negative energy, like we said. Okay, I'm just seeing who else wants to come through. All of these different crystals will help you in different ways, and they will help you raise your vibration so that you can be clearer about your life path. You can be clearer about connecting with your angels, your inner intuitive self, with Source itself. Do you have to have crystals in order to connect to angels? No. It's just another tool, and they're fabulous, actually. I love them. So let's see, what else? Anything else, ladies? Jill, how are you doing, beautiful? Any questions? Anything to share? If you'd like to share and you'd like to say it, just let me know in the chat box, and we'll unmute you from this side. Shelly, you good? Okay. Let us know if you have anything, Jill. So the action step. Okay. So if you have crystals and you haven't cleaned them or recharged them recently, like in the last week or so, then pick a day that you do this, maybe once a week or twice a month, and you rinse them in cool water. Now, if you have a multitude of crystals, you may not want to rinse every single one off, but you can use the sound healing that we talked about a couple days ago with a pot and a wooden spoon, or a singing bowl, or the tingshes, where you're actually making sound. You go around your house, and that's going to help clear them. You can pass them through incense. You can burn incense near them. You can do a deep sage smudge in your home. Can't do that really much in your office unless you own the place, so you might consider that differently. You can use a glass, not a plastic, but a glass, a juice-sized glass, about like so. And I'll use this one, my glass of water. So you could use a smaller glass, about like that, and then fill it halfway with sea salt. You can use organics. You can, yes, one spiritual teacher says that you can use the water softener salt, which is inexpensive. I like to use Israeli Dead Sea salt and Himalaya pink salt for my salt baths. You can get inexpensive sea salt from the grocery store. So if you want a big glass, fine, but you only need one about half this size. So you would fill it halfway with salt, no water. And you can put it by the front door, the back door, by your computer. In the office, you can, whether it's a home office or somebody else's office, which some other business that you're working in, you can put that on your desk. And if you're working for someone else, then you can put some little silk flowers on the top, so it becomes like a little vase. But the salt will absorb the negative energy, and then you toss it out once a week. You can put it down the toilet, or you can just put it in the rubbish bin, so long as the rubbish bins are emptied like that day, because you don't want it sitting there. And let's see, Jill is good, needs to review a bit. Sure, we'll have some things to say and ask in the next day or so. Should I use Facebook for this? Absolutely. We're going to keep the group open. I'm just going to take the challenge part off of it. We're just going to keep it raise your vibration. for success and prosperity. And yes, absolutely. Just because the challenge is pretty much complete this week, that doesn't mean that you're cut off, okay? So if you have questions or, something is happening, then yes, please post in the Facebook group, absolutely. And I will be there. Maybe not as often during the day as I have been, but I will be there and I will check in every single day. And not only does it help you to post, but you don't know how your post, your question, or your experience is going to help someone else. And that's what's so amazing about sharing. People are a little bit shy because, oh, what is somebody else going to think? Well, how else are you going to step up to yourself or step up for yourself? And it's more about helping you, but you do inadvertently and sometimes directly help others. So absolutely use the Facebook group. It's going to stay open. You're welcome to invite your friends, and we'll go from there as far as that part's good. So thank you for the reminder. You will have access to to all of the 9-day challenge training videos. Those are not going away. They are unlisted on my YouTube channel, so they're private for us. So only those of us who have registered and participated in this 9-day challenge, raising your vibration, at least that's the intention, have access to this. And it's not about exclusion so much as it is creating sacred space, because then when you are in the Facebook group, it's not like the whole world. Now the world can see the group, but they cannot see our posts unless they are there in the group. Okay, does that help? Okay, so tomorrow, this is actually day 9, and I'm so excited because this was a step up for me to be present every single day at a specific time, which is awesome. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret in case I haven't shared it before. When we first started this day 1, I think it was May 31st, all I had for a topic from the angels was facing fear head on. And then the next day for day 2, they gave me that one. And somewhere during day 2, which was June 1st, I got a download for all the topics for the next however many days it was, 7. So it's kind of neat. Just a second. Okay. So I'm just double checking, write this down. Okay, so I'm going to type her name because I say it differently. Okay. Aurora, A-U-R-O-A, kind of like Aurora Borealis, but Aurora, that's how I say it. She is the angel guardian for crystals, or of crystals. That doesn't mean she's the only one you can work with. She's just kind of like, she's like Archangel Michael. Michael is like the overall go-to guy for life purpose and clearing your energy and detaching cords and things. And Archangel Raphael is the go-to guy for the healing, and Jophiel, the go-to angel for unconditional love. Gabriel for communication, la, 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 la. So Aurora is the go-to for crystals. If you want help in selecting them, whether they're online or offline, you can just remember asking for help. Okay, you can remember Aurora Borealis, or you can just say, hey, Crystal Angel, I need some help with this. You just keep it simple, because the angels are just happy that you're asking them and calling on them, and they don't care if you call on them 100 million times a day. Yeah, they really don't. And even if it's the same question, it's like, okay, she's getting a little annoying now. They don't do that. Let's see what else. So Aurora, that, and our webinar tomorrow will be starting 1 hour earlier because it is the 9 levels of prosperity and abundance and 9 prosperity angels. And that part I downloaded and worked with the angels while I was waiting for my flight to leave from El Paso at the end of April. So we've had that information for a while before we even got started on this part. So it's going to be about a 90-minute webinar, and this is one of the bonuses, and I'll tell you about the other one tomorrow, just for being here, for signing up for yourself. That's how I see it. Yeah, you're signing up for this program, or you did, but you're also signing up for yourself, and that is huge because you are putting in the time, whether you're catching up or binge watching. You know, I really don't care. I only care that you're getting it and that you're doing the steps and you're getting results. So, yep. Okay, so we'll start tomorrow, and I will see you all in group in a little while. Okay? Bye-bye for now, ladies. Thank you so much for being here. It has been such a pleasure. It always is. Bye-bye.